Dreams don't always start in perfect places. Sometimes, they grow in the cracks of the sidewalk. That's where Leo's story begins, in a forgotten part of town, surrounded by struggle. His family didn't have much, but they had love and grit. Leo's mother taught him, "Your circumstances don't define you, your character does." He watched his neighbors hustle, saw friends pulled into street life, and felt the weight of it all. But Leo turned that weight into fuel. He saw opportunity in the decay, a canvas for something new. He wasn't the strongest or the fastest, but he was observant. He learned from neighborhood heroes, people who solved problems, not for fame, but for their community. Value, he realized, wasn't about money, it was about making a difference. Leo studied life, not just school books. A smile could be currency. A promise kept was an investment. Reputation was everything. His playground was the whole neighborhood, every interaction a lesson. He soaked it all in, learning from the real world outside his door. Every challenge was a class in the University of Life. Leo was preparing for a test he didn't even know was coming. The seed of ambition was planted right there in the concrete, and it was ready to grow. Having a dream is one thing. Making it real takes sweat and tears. Leo worked any job he could find, mowing lawns, shoveling snow, doing what others wouldn't. He faced setbacks, long hours, missed payments, tough clients, but he learned resilience. Failure wasn't falling down, it was staying down. Leo kept a notebook, tracking every dollar earned and spent. He wasn't just working hard, he was working smart. He saw which jobs paid best, which clients returned. He was building a business mindset even before he knew the term. His dedication became legendary in the neighborhood. People noticed, that Leo kid, he's different. He built a reputation for reliability and pride in his work. Leo's dream started to sprout, watered by relentless effort. He learned discipline, sacrifice, and the value of every small win. While others played, Leo hustled. He was turning sweat into opportunity. The dream was no longer just his, it was becoming the hope of his community. Every day, he proved that hard work could change a life, and his dream kept growing. Know you've been a good friend. Everyone wants the shine, but few embrace the grind. Leo's university was the public library and the night shift at a warehouse. By day, he hustled. By night, he devoured books on business and finance. Knowledge became his secret weapon. While others relaxed, Leo was learning about supply chains, customer service, and profit margins. He found a mentor in Mr. Chen, a local business owner. Leo worked for him for free, just to learn. Mr. Chen taught him, your numbers tell a story, your employees are your greatest asset, and you must know every job in your company. These were lessons in leadership, not just business. Leo learned the difference between being a boss and being a leader. He put in the hours, sharpening his skills. The grind was lonely, but it forged his character. He was preparing for bigger challenges. The shine was coming, but only because he embraced the darkness first. Leo's journey was built on unseen effort. He was ready for the next step. The grind was his foundation, and soon, the world would see the results. There comes a moment when you have to leap. At 23, Leo bet everything he'd saved, over $5,000, on himself. He saw a need post-construction cleaning no one else wanted to tackle. He bought used equipment, a beat-up van, and printed flyers. Clean Slate Solutions was born. Not just a cleaning company, but a promise of fresh starts. His first office was his mom's garage. His first employees were friends. They hustled, handing out flyers, knocking on doors, hearing no after no. But Leo didn't quit. He knew persistence was key. His break came when a desperate building manager called. Leo and his crew worked 18 hours straight, transforming a dusty lobby into a sparkling space. The client was amazed. That first job was more than a paycheck. It was proof his leap of faith was worth it. Word spread about Clean Slate's quality and dedication. Leo's company was officially in business. He wasn't just cleaning buildings. He was building a reputation. Every job was a chance to prove himself. The journey had begun, and Leo was all in. He turned risk into opportunity. Clean Slate Solutions was more than a name. It was a mission, and Leo was just getting started. Success isn't a straight line. It's messy, unpredictable. After early wins, Leo's company grew fast, maybe too fast. A big contract went wrong. A new employee ruined expensive flooring with the wrong chemicals. The client was furious. Leo lost the job and owed thousands for repairs. It wiped out his profits and put him in debt. Leo was crushed, ready to quit. He turned to his mentor, Mr. Chen, who asked, "What did you learn?" That question changed everything. Leo realized he'd grown too quickly, without proper systems or training. He learned the importance of quality control and personal responsibility. One mistake didn't define him, it taught him. Leo faced the client, apologized, and worked out a payment plan. It was painful, but it built his character. He rebuilt, smarter and stronger. The setback became his greatest lesson. Leo learned that failure is just feedback. He didn't give up, he leveled up. The walls came down, but he built them back, better. Every stumble was a step forward. Leo's journey was far from over. He was ready for the next challenge. That failure became Leo's foundation. He rebuilt clean slate solutions with better training, strict quality control, and a focus on long-term relationships. He stopped chasing every contract and started building a reputation for excellence. Word spread, clean slate wasn't the cheapest, but it was the best. Leo expanded into commercial janitorial services, window washing, and disaster restoration. Growth was steady and smart. Within 10 years, Clean Slate was a regional powerhouse with over 500 employees. Leo hired from neighborhoods like his own, offering real opportunities. He provided good wages, benefits, and advancement. His company became known as a great place to work. Leo stayed humble. Modest car, comfortable home. The money was a byproduct. The real pride was in the lives he changed. He built an empire, not with privilege, but with sweat and integrity. Clean Slate became a legacy. Leo's story was proof. You can build greatness from nothing. Every brick was laid with purpose. He never forgot where he came from, and he made sure others had a chance to rise too. Leo's harvest was more than wealth, it was impact. He remembered the hopelessness of his old neighborhood and knew his success had to lift others. He saw wealth as a tool to build and give back. Leo renovated his childhood library, turning it into a tech and learning center for the next generation. He started the Clean Slate Grant, funding and mentoring entrepreneurs from low-income communities. Leo looked for hunger and grit, not polished resumes. His new passion was building up his community. He saw kids learning, new businesses opening, hope returning. Leo created a cycle of opportunity. The real reward was sharing his harvest. Success was sweetest when it was shared. He invested in people, not just profits. Leo's legacy was measured in lives changed. He proved that true wealth is what you give, not what you keep. The community thrived, and so did Leo. His story was just beginning. Leo came full circle, returning to transform the place he once escaped. He saw potential in abandoned buildings, not just decay. Leo bought old properties to create spaces for his community. His flagship project, the Foundry, turned a derelict mill into a hub for small businesses, artists, and families. He offered affordable workspaces, daycare, and vocational training. Leo was a visible presence, mentoring, teaching, connecting. He held workshops on life and business, becoming the mentor he once needed. The Foundry became a model for urban renewal. Leo showed that investing in people brings real returns, hope, pride, opportunity. He rebuilt not just buildings, but belief. Leo proved you can leave, but you should never forget where you came from. His roots ran deep, and his impact grew wider. The seeds he planted kept growing. What's Leo's blueprint? First, your situation isn't your destination. Dream bigger than your circumstances. Second, embrace the grind. Success is built in the dark, not the spotlight. Third, failure is education. Learn, adapt, and keep moving. Fourth, true wealth is what you give, not what you have. Leo's legacy isn't money, it's opportunity, hope, and lives changed. Build your dream, work hard, learn from setbacks, and lift others as you rise. That's the real path from zero to hero. Leo's story proves anyone can build greatness from scratch. The blueprint is simple, but powerful. See the vision, do the work, learn from failure, and give back. That's how you change your life, and the world around you. The rest is up to you.